Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Giggity Racing League, Boomhauer01 here. Welcome back. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all's little break as we did. Once again, I got Maddie in here. I got Little Man with me. I also got NoCo Racing in here. We're going to do something a little bit different right now. Maddie and NoCo is actually going to start a lobby at Kentucky, and we are going to give y'all a go around of the track, the different lines, the hazards and everything, getting on and off pit road, and to show y'all what to expect going into this second race of the second round tonight.
All right. I'm going to send an invite at 5 seconds.
Yep, 5 seconds and I'll get it in there. No, Maddie, you don't back out until it gets on the... Maddie, you don't back out till you get to the track.
Let me know when it's 5 seconds.
Alright, so what do y'all expect to see out of this next race? Okay.
If it's anything like last race, it's going to be a dang good race.
Yes. And as we know,
You know,
it's a totally different track.
5 seconds yet?
I said it's a totally different track. It's a mile and a half, turn 1, turn 3, totally opposite.
Got him. And we're going to do something a little different, guys. We're going to do a driver's point of view, a couple of laps around Kentucky Motor Speedway, give you a little feel for the speed of the track and both lines, top and bottom, entering pit road, exiting. It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Kentucky's one of those tracks, guys, that you really got to set up the truck for turns 3 and 4.
Yes. 1 and 2 is fairly simple. You can almost run 1 and 2 wide open.
Tell me if you got it, Boom.
I'm in.
What do you think of the truck?
Nice.
All right, guys. Couple of laps around Kentucky Motor Speedway.
Alright, now turn 1, you got to be careful at the bottom of the corner. Right as you're exiting turn 2, if you're down on that yellow line, you can easily have that rear end kick out on you.
Some guys like to get a little greedy here, pop the cushion,
Oh yeah?
do it at your own risk, and then when you got someone that doesn't want to get off the bottom, well, guess what? You can take the high side. Kentucky is awesome in turns 1 and 2 on the high side. You can get
Yes,
that momentum
it is.
and just go right by somebody.
Especially AI cars.
But guys, I feel like the trouble spot tonight is going to be getting on pit road.
I think it's going
How
to be
much
right
speed-
here where you're
How
entering.
much
This
speed
turn
are you
three.
gonna? How much
Turn
speed are you gonna
three.
want to sacrifice?
The apron.
And then what are you gonna
got-
do?
oh,
What are you gonna do for adjustments? That's gonna be key tonight.
We saw pit stops last race. Those were crucial.
Yes, it was.
Very much so.
Now, the difference between the pit roads. Dover, everything's banked, here,
It's a little less unforgiving at Dover.
yes, it's this pit road getting onto it. You're going from, say at Dover, you go from a steep banked angle in turn 3 to a flat apron. Here you're going from a slight angle to a flat apron, which almost can be even more hazardous if you catch it at the wrong speed, the wrong angle.
Right. And coming off pit road can be troublesome.
Yes, it can be. Sometimes you get them gears going. Sometimes you can get a little bit loose, kick out, catch that inside wall, and there goes your night.
I'm gonna definitely look for the drivers that can get through turns 3 and 4 the best, because whoever is gonna be the most patient getting through 3 and 4, I feel like is the one that's gonna win the race.
Yes, because 3 and 4, sometimes, just like road courses and just like short track, it pays to back out of it a little bit more.
Absolutely. Yeah, a little loose. Drivers are going to be dealing with that loose on exit off of 2. It's that balancing act. How loose of a car can you drive and still be fast here? But for the Giggity Racing League, that's your few laps around Kentucky Motor Speedway.
Alrighty.
Hey, I'm on Do Not Allow, so just listen real quick. They're gonna send me the invite, and then once I get in there, I'll send everyone in here the invite. Trey was having a hard time finding your name, boom. Don't know why.
Did you see the lap around
Negative.
Kentucky?
Alright, so.
All right, it looks like the drivers are ready to go. We gave you a feel for what the track's going to be like from a driver's perspective. I don't know what else to do, guys, except pull those belts tight for the next race.
Alright. Who do you see coming away with this? Alright, let's say can't pick Napa. I mean, even though Napa's going to be up there at the front, I'm sure. But if you had to pick a new winner for this race.
Man, I don't know. I feel like Trey. I feel like Trey is going to be somebody to watch.
A little bit of redemption for that last race not being able to catch Napa.
I think so. I think Trey's going to be a little more cognizant of his entry into pit road. I feel like he kind of gave a little bit away there at Dover, kind of being a little too ginger getting on pit road. But, I mean, understandable. You don't want to make that mistake to take yourself out of contention.
Yes,
so I'm going to look for Trey to have a bounce-back race.
Yeah, I would rather lose 1 second slowing down and getting on pit road too slow than lose 15 seconds by going too fast.
Absolutely.
1 second you can make up. 15,
You're out of the race at that point. You're done.
Yes.
I mean, look at Titans.
Trust me, I have lost plenty of races speeding on
Titans
pit road.
tried getting on pit road. Absolutely. I mean, Titans tried getting on pit road and it burned him. You know, it happens to the best of us.
And, you know, I actually have to give a shout-out to Napa about that because if you remember, getting onto pit road when Titans caught the apron messed up and came back up at the track, he actually hit Napa, or Napa ran into the back of him. So for Napa to overcome that and still be able to hold on to win, that was great.
That was awesome. Shout out to him, man. Good job. I'm happy for him. I'm glad he got that win. I know he's been wanting it.
Oh, yes.
And it looks like they're starting qualifying now, so I'm very curious to see who's going to get this playoff point.
Oh, me too. Let's see. Let's go take a look at the leaderboard lap times for Kentucky. And actually, we'll go ahead and start looking at Dover. Let's see if anybody's on that leaderboard. We got Titan sitting in 6th with a 23.940. Napa sitting in 8th with a 24.011. And Trey sitting in 9th with 24.055. So those are the 3 drivers from the race that made the leaderboard for Dover. Let's see here. Kentucky. In the trucks, it looks like W. Broom has got number 1 spot right now for the daily with a 31.5. But if I'm not mistaken, that's a custom setup.
I believe, yes, it is.
I believe
31.5, 31.6, and 31.8.
Yes, are customs,
and maybe
I have
even
to
those,
say.
Yeah, maybe even those flats might be also. Taddy's doesn't look like it's going to be a custom. I think that was a good draft lap.
Probably. Or just a loose car where he was able to hold on to it for one good lap or something.
That could be it too.
I did that earlier, and that was a non-draft lap that I said that. That was a low fuel mileage run, but
Yeah,
it was
there you
all by
go.
myself.
Low fuel mileage.
Okay.
All right, so.
Yeah, so, and you can see I got my lap down there when we did our little lap around Kentucky. That was exactly what I ran in that by myself on a full fuel run. So, I mean, that's what you're probably going to expect to see out of these guys. 32 2s, 1s, 3s.
Yes, 1s and 2s especially.
So we're going to see who's going to push the envelope here. You know, I feel like that vice is tightening up now with the points, and you're going to see some anxious drivers trying to make themselves a name here in the playoffs of the Giggity Truck Series.
I will go ahead and say we have a new driver racing with us tonight.
Pendle.
Yes, we have to welcome in Pendle. We've raced with him a couple times before, so welcome aboard.
Which
I
we
hope
still
tonight
want.
goes
We
good.
still want that rematch.
Y'all have seen
And
him
we're gonna-
before. He run the Sunoco League
Yes.
when Sunoco won against the Giggity Racing League. He's a very fast, very clean driver. He was interested. You know, he had a couple nights free. He wanted to see how the Giggity League was. He come over. We welcome you here, man. Looking forward to seeing what you can do against our Truck Series regulars.
That and that also kind of throws a wrench in all this, guys. I forgot about the Pendle factor because we have not seen this guy in our league, other
But
than
we know he's
racing him
fast.
league versus league. But we do know,
We know
what
he's
he's
clean
capable
and
of.
fast, yes.
He rode behind me at Kansas in the closing laps of that race when I was completely low on fuel, and I'll tell you what, man, he's a heck of a driver.
He was actually the race winner at Kansas in the Giggity versus Sunoco League.
He was.
League challenge.
He managed to save enough fuel. I believe him and El Blanco finished
Oh,
second.
come on.
Shout out to you, El Succo.
No hard
And
feelings, no
it's
hard
funny.
feelings.
The whole Sunoco League actually calls him that now after racing against us at Richmond. So that nickname for him is kind of stuck, which I think is hilarious.
So, what do you guys think here? Napa fan winning Dover just barely. He's going in. He's obviously got a pretty fast truck. You got Pendle coming in. He's a new guy, but we haven't seen him in a truck. We haven't even seen him on a preset, but we all know that he's a fast, clean driver. And then you have the likes of Trey needing to get some playoff points.
I think right now. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I think right now it's going to be all about momentum. Whoever had the momentum in the last race, I feel like that's going to carry over to the next race because you guys know how it is. When you guys when we race our races and we do 2 in one night, if you do really good in that first race, you feel like that puts you on cloud 9 and that really sets you up for that second race.
It does. For instance, last night, after I got the W at Atlanta, I was pumped going into Texas. It's almost the same track, not quite. It's not quite as fast as Atlanta. Turn 2's a little bit tighter than Atlanta as well, but it's the same basic layout. So after winning that race, you're thinking, okay, I just did that one. I can do this one.
Exactly. It's a psychological boost.
So I would have to say, if anybody's got the momentum going from Dover into Kentucky, I would definitely have to say it is Trey. The way that he was gaining on Napa on those closing laps, I would say if Napa was just able to pull away and stay away the entire time, then Napa would definitely have the momentum. But I guarantee you, as he was seeing that 54 truck get closer and closer and closer in his mirror, he's sitting there thinking, oh no, am I going to hold off? Is there enough laps?
He was like, please hurry, finish.
So I think
Well, and
Trey closing in on that was kind of pulling that momentum away from Napa. If you
Well,
get
then
what
you
I'm
have the
saying.
momentum maybe not on his side, but we have somebody that was in first place. He had a great truck. He was able to pull down the leaders, and he made a mistake himself on pit road or trying to get on pit road and cost himself the race. It may not be momentum that pushes him, but there's going to be some angry and some mad driving coming out of that 25 truck, also going in as our points leader.
And
Guys,
I just got an invite.
I'll send them to everyone else in the chat.
Alright, I'm already in, so I'm going to go ahead and join. Actually, we got Titan starting on the pole, so there's another playoff point for him. We got Pendle starting second.
Let me know
Napa in
when you
third.
guys
Trey
give me
in
an
fourth. Old guy in
in seventh.
fifth. Shadow in sixth. We got Diver in seventh. Pro 75 in eighth. And Sports Legend in ninth. So let's get live to the track from Kentucky Speedway.
So we had Titans and Pendle actually were the only two to run a 1. They had Pendle Titans hit a 32 122, Pendle with a 143. Closest to them was Napa again. Here we go with him with a 222, 1 full tenth off the pole time.
Awesome.
Did everybody get in?
Yeah, I got my invite. I'm loading in the track. I cannot wait.
I can't
Okay,
either.
I want to make sure before I left. You know, and then we have some outsides looking in real quick before this race gets going. I want to talk about our point scenario. We got Titans going into this race. He has 20 playoff points that he'll carry through into the next race. Trey with 11. Old Guy with 4, Grim with 2, Golden, Diver, and Sergeant Sauls both have 3. Those are going to be your 6 drivers that are advancing into next week, as Edtho was unable to make it this week.
So
There's nothing on the line for these guys to lose. You're in the race, so now at this point in time, we're just simply looking for, if you're Sergeant Sauls, he made this race actually, but we're looking at Golden, Grim. Maybe they'll do some strategy. Old Guy even, maybe some strategy. Get up there and get a stage point for
we're
some
going
playoff
3
points.
wide right now with I believe Pendle's in the 92, isn't he?
Yes, he is. No, that's Diver, I believe. No, that is Pendle.
Nope.
Yep, that is Pendle. Diver's in the 52. I forgot.
He's the one I'm watching tonight. He's in that blue oval. I'm ready for him to get up front.
As I said, the 25 and the 21 gap everybody else already.
I believe he has the talent and the capability to make some noise here in the Giggity Racing League for sure.
I do have to give a shout out to Grim and Diver, my own drivers as a member of Ford, making it to the next round. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, guys.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I was
Awesome
impressed
job.
with Grim getting up there and getting a top 4 finish at Dover. That's a big momentum swing for him, I believe.
And you know, these playoffs, it's a war of attrition, man. It's whoever's going to outlast.
As I said, the 21 close that gap on the 25 Titans.
Looks like they want those adjustments because they're all pushing up in the center right there on 3 and 4.
As I say, the 54 closing in on the 68 Old Guy
That 92
is right on his bumper too.
He's drawing a beat on that 54 truck right now, and he's got that thing hugged on the bottom. Oh, he's gonna look to the outside.
Yes, he is. As the 92 is going to push him there.
Uh-oh. Grimm's in the middle, 3 wide. Oh, he backed out of it.
See, that's smart right there. He knows it's early in the race.
He made it.
Yes, he did. He got around
He
Pro
passed Pro.
75.
He's on the outside of 52.
That was actually a really nice move, too.
It was. He backed out for a split second and gunned it and got around him.
Got
It looks
back
like he's
on
trying to
it,
get
got
around
the
to the
run.
52 on the outside. So this is what
It
me and
looks like
Doko were
he
talking
might-
about. That multiple grooves here. You can make it.
That
You can
outside
make it on the
line
He has
outside.
something going. Look at him.
I'm telling you, that
There it is.
outside line in turns 1 and 2 is really where it's at. You're able to build that momentum coming off of turn 4 and just carry it all the way through the corner.
I'm proud of him.
That was a good pass.
It was. Oh,
he's
he
come a
catches the
long way.
wall as the 52 catches him.
contact.
As the 75 spins, it looks like it's going to be our first caution.
He's upside down.
Oh,
It's that commentator's curse.
No caution
No
yet.
caution.
Seriously?
As
No
the 75 is stuck on
Wow.
the outside of the
Really?
wall.
Grim just needs to keep his cool right now.
Yes.
There's still 2 stages left.
Yes.
Yep.
He don't need to.
Yep.
He don't need to be like me and blow a gasket early.
He just needs to keep his cool and understand that there's going to be a guaranteed caution. It's going to stack everybody up. It's going to allow him to get those adjustments in, and he's going to be able to go back at it.
And he actually just showed he's got something on that outside line. He was getting runs.
Yes,
He's
he was.
still on the outside right now. I'm running along with him. I mean, he's got a decent truck.
Well, as we were speaking about the drivers in the back, it looks like that 92 truck has finally gotten around the 54, and he's starting to set his sights on that 21. Looks like the 21's kind of lost a little bit on the 25.
Yeah, it looks like he was getting a little bit loose coming out of 4. Surprisingly.
That goes back to the these guys are still, there hasn't been a caution, there hasn't been a green flag pit stop. These guys are still on the straight slider, and so a person might pick their slider according to, they might like a 9 because it's closest to their setup, so it's quicker and easier to get in, but the straight slider itself might be a little bit too loose, or maybe a 6 that's too easier to adjust, and so they're starting to fall off at this point. The truck may not be comfortable to drive.
Right.
All right.
Everybody's just kind of feeling what they got right now and
Yep.
figuring out what adjustments they need to make in that first pit stop.
Mr. Taddy,
Yes.
you and me found out the hard way. Coming along the front stretch from that start-finish line, when you drop onto that apron getting back onto the track, there is a glitch somewhere in that area.
About 3 car lengths after the start-finish line.
Do you
If
think
you
that glitch
are
is going to
half and
cause
half-
a problem tonight?
You
Oh,
know,
the
actually,
21
Oh.
catches the apron.
Looks
I've
like
actually
he
never
got a
come
little
across
bit
that glitch in
loose.
the truck series. I felt it in the Cup, I felt it in the Xfinity cars, but I've never come across the glitch in the trucks. I don't know if maybe I'm able to stay down on the apron a little bit longer without it feeling loose or, you know, quite
Or
as much momentum, but
you think the truck's being a little bit lighter, it might not hit as hard?
that could also be it. Maybe a little bit higher, being it's a pickup instead of a car. I've just personally, I've never come across that. I think that what's going to be two things right now with what's going on in the race: the 92 catching the 21. I think that the 92 will probably get past the 21 as his truck seems to be struggling,
He
and
already is.
the draft may bring this whole group up to the 25. Sorry, you're right.
That
So the
92
draft of these two trucks
checked
may be
out
able
now.
to catch the 25. And then also with Shadow Grim, the 75, and the, was it the 52, I believe, with those three wrecking, they're not going to be too far ahead of these leaders now. So get together and put down these lap times. Lap traffic may come in play before the end of stage one.
As we see the 75 in front of the 25 of Titans right now, you think Titans
Yeah,
are going
he's
to catch
got
him
about-
pretty quick?
You know, I think he's going to catch him, but I don't know if Titans is going to really risk it right now, pushing his truck too hard, knowing that he's got a pretty comfortable lead right now. He's probably just managing what he has, waiting for that first pit stop. So I think it's all going to depend on how much pace that 75 truck has versus how hard Titans wants to push it.
Battle for fourth, Trey and old guy.
I'll tell you what, though, that 92 truck's actually catching the 25.
He is. I noticed that before I switched to this battle back here. As you see, old guy on the outside of the 54. Looks like Trey backed it off a little bit more than old guy.
Man, I am really impressed right now with Pendle.
Trey cleared him.
He's gaining a fan from me for sure. That guy, he's showing that he has some talent right now in the trucks. And it looks like Pro's actually kind of holding his ground. He's not really losing too much
No.
on Titans. Maybe just a little bit. But what really messed everything up was when they had that wreck and there was no caution.
Yep.
You know, minus this last race at Dover where Titans had a big mistake, you know, cost himself the race. He's had a few close calls with Trey being up there at Iowa, I believe. They were neck and neck crossing the finish line that Titans
Yes, they
squeezed
was.
out. But ever since Titans joined this league and this truck series, he's been a dominant force. And even though the 92 is a new driver with Pendle, could he be the guy to put an end to Titans and just
I think
outright
he
beat
might.
him? We haven't seen it happen in this truck series, but Pendle, I mean, he's showing he's strong, and he's
Well-
clearly the only one that can stay up with that 25 as of now.
I mean, me and Titans have had some good battles in the trucks.
Well, we're talking. You're one of the Cup drivers here, though. You know what I'm saying. Pendle's a
Of
newer
the-
guy. He's, as of right now, he is a development driver. Or he would be classified as a truck driver. So this could be the first time that we see somebody in the same series as Titans, as that's actually why Titans himself is in the truck series. He joined a little late after we did the draft and chose who was going to be in which series. So all new guys start down here. So, I mean, anybody, we take anyone, all skill levels, as you see. But I'm thinking Pendle might be the first one to outright beat him in the series drivers. You're right, Noko. You did have some good runs with him. But that's Cup versus truck.
Also, though,
True.
as we see the 92 kind of, reeling him in a little bit, that shows that, he's got a pretty good truck and everything. But to throw in there, neither one of these guys, or anybody for that matter, has thrown in any adjustments yet.
It looks like that's the end of stage one, guys. We're about to find out who's going to make the right adjustments.
All
Right when you say that, Boom.
And guess what? Everybody stayed on the lead lap.
Yes, they did.
Oh,
So
You know, I
Titans
think
gets the stage win. More importantly, he gets the playoff point, which now gives him a 10-point advantage over Trey.
The biggest loser, though, in that first stage, I'd have to say, was Shadow Grim.
Yes.
yeah.
With that accident and then no caution, you gotta feel for that guy there, man. Tough break.
Yeah, but now
now
that
the
he's
caution's
caution's out, he can throw his
Yep.
adjustment in. Let's see what he can do. See if he can come up here and hang with these guys.
a new
And
I
honestly,
think he can.
I think he can too. He's
Reset
been putting in a
yourself.
lot
Yeah.
of work the last couple weeks. You know, him being in the Ford chat, you know, me and Maddie and Noko, you can vouch. We've all jumped on here, and he'd be on here practicing, asking, okay, is this decent?
Yep.
Am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? So he's definitely showing the will and the
He's
want
definitely
to.
he has put in the work. That's for sure.
Yes. And it's just a part of bad luck happening at, you know, wrong times, like, you know, at the beginning of the third stage last week at Iowa.
Exactly. Putting a full race together. It looks like the
Yes.
75
Ooh.
elected to take 2 tires, maybe, or not pit. But
This
that's
is
going to
gonna
give
be
the
interesting.
92 the inside. Oh, is he going to pull off the track here?
Yes, he
That's a
did.
smart move.
All right. Here we go.
All right.
Let's see the
Get
25
the 21.
drop down in front of the 92. Oh, as you see the 21 bounce off the wall a little bit.
Oh, somebody's getting loose up the track there into 3.
Oh no.
21 also
Look like
bounces
all
off the wall
guys.
again. Oh, as the 88 and 98 make contact. They
Well,
both
now we're on an
was
even
able to
playing
save
field,
it.
guys.
Yep.
That
Everybody's
92 and
good.
that 25.
Oh, the 21 catches the wall again. Oh, and he catches the 88.
Ooh, the 68 looks like he's a little loose coming off that corner with Trey right behind him. Oh, Trey's going to look to the inside here. Going to get that spot, I think. Going to drive it in there, hug that yellow line, let the truck rotate.
Yep, gotta be careful getting those tires too far below that yellow line, though. You can let them touch them, maybe even get a full tire width below them, but you start getting a little bit lower than that, and that's when it really starts fighting back.
25 going up the track there. Allows the 92 just to creep ever so closer. See, this is what we talked about in the pre-race. Who's going to set their truck up to runs 3 and 4 the best?
And who's going to have the long green flag run truck? Anybody
Exactly.
can throw a quick setup in there to make their truck super fast from the get-go. But it's always not about that. As we've seen, we have not had a caution flag other than the stages all night tonight.
75 truck a pro. He just pit, so
Yep.
that's going to put him
assuming-
off sequence of everyone else.
Yep.
Oh, Trey's creeped into that picture now. He's in 3rd. But you got no drafting help up there.
Yep. As we see, the 52 kind of reel in the 68 and the 21. See if Diver can get up. Oh, you gotta be careful, Diver. Can't hit that apron going through 1 and 2. It'll hurt you.
Oh man, that 25 had a bad entry into 3. 21 looks like he's actually starting to catch Trey just ever so slightly. He's from the start of the stage 2 here. It looked like he kind of had a little trouble hitting the wall and getting his truck under him. Now it looks
Yep.
like he's gathered it up and he's starting to gain some ground again.
Well, also fresh tires might have made it a little bit loose, you know, to start out with. Let it slightly get tighter and tighter as it goes through. So we all know how sticker tires go. Sometimes it's not the way you want your truck to be handling right off the bat.
I'm
You've
going
got
to
to
tell
get a
you
couple
something
laps
right now,
under it.
Boom. That 92 truck is
I'm
not
watching
letting
him.
that 25.
No.
He is not letting him get away. So I'm guessing he's our new Ford driver.
We'll have to see. It is not out of the realm of possibility.
I believe it would be our driver.
I believe you would too, because as you've seen him, you know, last week, or no, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, running the Richmond race against, you know, us. He was running the 2 car, which I normally run.
Man, he got a good bite off the floor
Yes,
right
he
there.
did.
He's right on the bumper of the 25 now.
All right, what's he
That
going to
25
do?
makes one mistake and that's it.
Honestly, I want to see him take another line. See if he can get around him on the outside. Use that suck up from that draft to get right on his bumper going into 1. And instead of cutting left, just hold that thing straight and get on the outside of him and see if he can use that momentum pulling forward.
I mean, and if you're Titans, you're probably like, where did this guy come from? Who is
here he
this
comes.
guy?
Here he comes. He's got that
coming.
run coming out.
He's
Here he
getting through
goes.
3 and 4 a lot better than that 25 is.
Oh, he gets loose. He's in the grass. Oh, he smacks the wall and he is spinning. Here comes. Oh, Trey barely misses him.
Well, like we said with Grim, you know, you still got one more final stage.
Yep.
Gather it back up. Keep your cool, get your bearings, and then go back at it. Tough break though, man.
It was.
But I bet that 25 truck's really breathing a sigh of relief without that 92 bearing down on him like that now.
I'm pretty sure he ain't turning blue no more.
Nope. And he's probably able to back it down a little bit, not run it as hard as he was.
Exactly, because he's got a pretty good gap over Trey now.
He's got a big lead over Trey.
Almost a quarter of a lap lead.
And it looks like that 21 truck of Napa
is right on Trey's bumper.
Trey.
Oh, he's pushing him.
Looks like he's going to try to give him the bumper right here, exiting 4. You know, and if I'm that 92 truck right now, after catching the grass a little bit, I'm gonna be calm. I'm gonna be cool. I know what I got.
Yes, he knows he's got the truck to do it.
You just got to stay cool here, not make any more mistakes. Don't go a lap down. You don't want to beat yourself.
As you see the 21 try to get to the inside of the 54. Looks like the 54 drifted high a little bit, catches a wall, and the 21's going to get around him.
The 98 and the 52 cannot get away from each other.
No, they're having one heck of a battle up here.
That's
92's.
That's Graham, right?
92's. Yep. 92's caught Graham now. He's right on that back bumper. Oh, Graham's going to block him a little bit there.
Oh!
Oh, Graham just having bad luck.
Yes, he is. I feel bad for him. I know how it goes, man.
I know how many kings of it.
You know, and that's just a product of racing. You just don't know what that other driver is going to do or if he's going to make a mistake. I mean, when you get collected like that, you're just along for the ride. Tough break.
I think he need to take his sensitivity down a little bit. If you ride with him, his truck rocks. Every time he taps that joystick, you'll see it.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there.
Yeah,
Little man, you're right. He needs to take that down. Honestly, running your settings on default and getting used to it like that is a good way to start. It's a good baseline.
He just bounced off the wall and flipped it.
My screen didn't show him flipping, it just showed him going through the grass.
Well, it's lagging.
You know, I wonder if that's just the product of him being frustrated right now.
It could be trying to overdrive it as stage 2 is coming to an end.
I mean, you got one more stage, so I mean that's something that he can be positive about right now.
Yeah, maybe that could have been it. Maybe he's just like, oh well, it's the last lap, screw it.
And that's the end of stage 2, guys.
Yes, it is.
Titans first.
So Titans has got both poles tonight, and he has gotten all 4 stages.
Did the 21 lag out?
Could have. It's got him on pit road right now.
He's on pit road. I believe that either he's pitting. Oh no, it looks like the 21 truck is retired from the race. Must have had a mechanical failure or something.
Nope. It's can't finish. Y'all have a good night and the rest of the race. So I hate that for him. He was showing a lot.
That's a product of those Chevy engines just blowing up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I love Chevrolet, so I can't say that. All right, here we go. Start stage 3, guys. And look who it is. The 2 guys from Dover. 25 on the inside and the 54 Trey on the outside.
With the old guy sitting in third. And Pendle in 4th.
This is going to be interesting. Let's see how patient these guys are now that the laps are winding down.
Yes, knowing that they don't have another stage to save them. Oh!
Oh!
Oh, here they go.
Looks like they're...
They
I don't know
gathered
what
it
that
up.
was. That's a little bit of aggressive move there from the 98.
Like you said, he could be
I don't
driving angry a little bit. You know, oh, as we see Titans on the apron, as it looks like Trey's going to get the run on the outside of him.
And see, if I'm these guys behind the 98 truck with him being...
I want to be
He probably
careful.
was earlier. Yeah, I'd be really careful behind that 98. Oh, and he gets loose.
Yes, he's trying to carry too much speed, cutting low, going through turn one. He's catching that apron.
And he's giving up all that time on those guys. Man, that's
Yes.
a tough break. 88's going wide here. But it looks like we got a 4-truck battle right now for the lead. That 92 truck, he's learned from that mistake, and he knows now that it's go time. I think he's going to be a little patient here getting around these guys.
As the 25 has retaken the lead. And here comes...
old guy.
Oh! Old guy and 92 make contact a little bit. They both save it, though. Both keep her straight.
Trey caught the apron just a little bit. Not enough to upset the truck, but enough to probably get a little bit more rotation out of it in the center.
As we see the 92 of Pendle get around 68 old guy.
He's coming. He is coming. Trey washes up just a little bit, exiting through there.
Oh, old guy catches the apron.
Old guy on the apron. Yep.
And see, if I'm
That
Shadow right
cost
now,
him a good bit of time right there.
if I'm Shadow right now, I want all these guys to start battling, and maybe I'll be able to get back in the mix if somebody makes a mistake.
Yes.
Enough of this bad luck. I want someone else to have bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say every week.
This is going to be interesting. Almost a mirror image of Dover. You got
Yes,
3
it
trucks
is.
in stage 3 battling for the win.
Except for this
it
time,
looks like the
it's
25.
not.
Go ahead, Boom.
I said, except for this time, it's not 2 Chevys and a Toyota. We got a Chevy, a Toyota, and a Ford up here. All 3 manufacturers going
Yeah.
for this.
That's right. And it looks like the 25 and the 54, it looks like they're pushing turns 3 a little too hard. That 92 is backing it off nicely, and he's not sliding the truck. And he's going to look to the inside here on Trey.
Oh,
Trey gets
no.
a little bit out of shape.
Yeah, I definitely think you're right. The 92 is backing turn 3 off just a little bit more, saving them tires.
Yep, and he's going to get underneath that 54. Is he going to be able to get the run off, though?
Yeah, I was about to say, Trey might have the draft for the 25 to help him coming off the corner, but
We'll see. Right here, going into turns 1 and 2. That 54 truck pushed it a little bit wide there. It's going to allow the 92 to draw even. I like that 92's line right now going into 3
Oh,
and 4.
yes.
It looks like his truck's real stable. He's
as
not
he
really.
clears the 54.
Oh, a little slide job up there.
He's not even really struggling in 3 and 4. I'm impressed. Now it's back to where it was at the beginning and middle of stage 2, guys, with the 25 and the 92. Nose to tail. This is going to be an excellent finish.
Oh, as
Oh,
the 25
the 25
catches the wall,
catches
and
the
here
wall.
comes the 92.
He's coming. Oh, it looks like
Oh.
that 92 is not pushing up. He's got that truck dialed in.
Yes, he does.
He just needs to be patient here.
Yes, he does. As you see, Trey trying to push him a little bit.
Oh, gives him the bumper.
Gives him a little bit of a push. That might help him, though. Give him a little push coming off. Catch the draft to the 25. And it's because now you're being pulled and pushed.
Trey's trying to drive it in hard right there into turn 3. It's just going to cause you to wash up the track.
Yeah. Oh, as the 54 hits the wall. 92 almost
Yeah, he
caught
took
it. He
that.
was able to save it.
He took that a little too hard.
Also, though, as much of a draft as you get, though, It could have just pulled him up a little bit more than he was expecting.
I think that 25 truck is really tight right now on exit because he is not able to hold it down. Man, this is going to be good.
Yes, it is.
I mean, if you're Titans right now, are you biting your nails a little bit here with that 92 bearing down on you?
You want to say no. You want to say the drivers, hey, they've got this. They know what they're doing. We do this week in and week out, day after day after day.
Well,
but also,
not only that, but
the adrenaline. It's got your
Yep.
hands shaking. It's got your heart beating. Your palms are getting sweaty. You're sitting here thinking, are they going to do something? Are they going to do something?
Man, that was a beautiful corner for the 92. It
Yes,
looks
it
like
was.
he's going to look to the inside. Yep.
Yes, it is. And there
I
it is.
knew-
That's
it was only a
exactly what
matter
I was
of time.
talking about.
It was only a matter of time.
You start thinking about what they're going to do, and it can easily make you miss what you're trying to do.
And he's going
As
to
he
take the
clears
lead.
him.
Pendle to the point.
Oh, he's fighting back on the inside. Oh, as they touch the wall.
Touch a little bit.
This is where Pendle's been good, though, in the center of 3 and 4. He's just eating that 25 up right there.
Looks like he's going to get the run coming off the high side, too. He's going to suck right in behind him.
He thought better of it. It looks like he kind of backed off a little bit because he knew he wanted to set him up for turns 1 and 2.
Yep.
That 25's trying to throw a block on him, but with those old tires right now, ooh, I wouldn't want to risk it, especially when I'm battling. See, and he's not racing the 92 for the championship.
Nope.
He's racing the 54. So right now, the 25 has everything to lose, and the 92 has nothing to lose.
And you know Trey's just sitting back there looking his chops like, come on, make a mistake.
Yep.
Do something
Make a
stupid.
mistake so
Please.
I can, exactly. Make a mistake so I can capitalize. You're absolutely right.
I gotta give them props. They keep sliding a little bit here and there, a little bit of contact, but both of them's holding their ground. All
That
three of them.
25 truck, though,
Trey's still
he's
right there
looking
behind
real
them.
Tight. He's looking real tight on exit.
Right there from the apex off.
From the center off. In both 1 and 2, you can see it. It's very apparent. These guys are what a heck of a race, man. These
I
guys
know.
are really showing us what a heck of a race. It's all going to come down to pit stops, guys.
Yes, it is.
Who's going to gamble?
Honestly,
Trey.
Is it worth gambling?
I think
Is it
the
worth
98.
gambling right now?
I think the 98 will. They're all. We'll see. As we see the 98 coming to pit road right now.
I'll see. Now the 25 is trying to take the 92's line away, running that yellow line. I mean, if you're the leader, you got to do it, but
Whoa.
he kind of slipped up there.
Yep.
Here comes the 92 to the inside.
Yep.
I think Titans tires are about done now. I think these guys, all three of these guys, man, their tires are pretty shot. Trey's on pit road.
So the 54, the 98, and the 88, all on pit road.
But these boys is hanging with each other. They running good.
Titans is coming to pit road as go around, I believe.
And
Yeah.
you are right. There he comes to pit road.
All right,
That
so
leaves
Pendle's
the
gonna have
92
to.
of Pendle.
He's gonna have to pit this next lap though. He's got nobody around him. Nobody's there to mess up his entrance to pit road. Now's the time to capitalize.
All right, here
I
comes
think he
Trey
probably
back
should
on
have
the
done it the
track.
lap before, but
But if you're Pendle, are you gonna gamble here? Maybe
Yeah,
take
I
two
mean-
tires, jack up the wedge a little bit to tighten the truck up, and maybe only enough fuel to get to the end.
why not? Like I said, I mean, it's his first race. He's not running for points. He's literally got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Oh, he had a good entry into pit.
Yes, he did.
That was beautiful. That was textbook. All right, so we got 25 on pit. Trey's coming off. It looks like he's gonna. Let's see if he's gonna pass Titans.
Gonna be close. I think he's gonna
but
get him.
he is. He's going to get Titans coming off of pit road. And that's going to give him a pretty good gap. But what did Trey do in the pits, though? Did he take 2 tires?
That I don't know.
And the next question is, where's the 92 going to come out in reference to the 54?
I'm still on the 92. He's making his exit off of pit road right now.
And here comes Trey. Looks like he's going to get by.
And
He
here
looks
comes
like he's
Titans.
going to fall in line with the 25.
Yes,
Are these
he
guys
is.
going to be able to work together?
And catch that 54. That's going to be interesting.
I think Trey took 2 tires, guys.
Yeah, I think so. I think he done the gamble.
Because he gained a lot of time.
Yes, he did.
But see, now if you're Titans and Pendle, you guys have had a good battle for the lead. Now you guys got to work together just to catch the leader now.
Yep.
This is going to be interesting.
Oh, Titans is catching him. They're both catching him.
Yep.
Titans
so
is catching him, but the 92 is also catching Titans. Yeah, I think Trey took 2 tires, guys. I'm so curious to know how many laps are left right now.
I know.
That's what I'd like to know. If there's like 4 or 5 laps left, do you think he's going to be able to have enough to hold them off?
I think so. Now, if we've got a full run left, then.
And see, what if a caution comes out right now? That's going to throw a wrench into everything.
Well, the only 2 drivers that are actually relatively close to each other is the 98 and 88. As we see, the 88 make a move on the inside of Shadow Grim.
You know, they're catching the 54, but they're not catching the 54 as fast as I thought they would. As you see, Titans kind of took it a little bit wide there. Oh, man. I wonder how many laps are left. Oh, man.
I know. Oh, I wish Trey was doing his broadcast so I could follow along and watch.
Yeah, I do think that Trey took 2 tires because he's off the gas a ton. Oh, is Titans going back into pit road?
Yes, he is.
There must be more laps than we think, guys.
Yes.
There must be another stop that's going to have to take place.
All right.
Now,
So is
this
that
is going to change
Titans
everything.
forcing their hand now?
I think Titans is going to go down, take fuel only, and see if he can hold everyone off. I think that's why he's short pitted here. That way he doesn't, or maybe take 2 tires, a little bit of fuel.
You think that's maybe why Trey maybe only took 2 tires or no tires, trying to get that gap, trying to get that lead so he can take 4 tires this go around?
I think so. But if you're Pendle here, what do? Do you stay out? You stay out all the way as far as you can, and then maybe just take fuel only at the end? I mean, you've already got everybody pinned a lap down.
Yes, if they all took fuel only just now, as fast as they're coming off pit road, I'd say that's what they did, which means your tires are just as equal as that person behind you.
If I'm Pendle, yeah, I'm definitely going to take fuel only.
Yeah.
There's no point in taking any tires at this point.
And
yeah,
honestly,
the way
yes.
Titans got off pit road, it looked like he took fuel only. Same with Trey. Here comes Trey.
Yep.
Trey's
So
coming off the pits.
I would definitely say they're all on the same cycle of tires. So now, honestly, you don't have to worry about pitting like right away, trying to avoid somebody, having fresher tires than you. I think you can run this tank down as far as you can, take a splash and go, and hope for the best.
And see, what one thing Pendle wants to see right now is the 92, or I'm sorry, the 54 and the 25 battling each other.
Yes. And the last thing he wants to see is this lap traffic in front of him.
You think he's going to have enough fuel to make it?
Well, he did stay out. It was just a lap, but now he's got a big lead. He can save.
Yes.
Cause I saved 5 laps at Darlington the other week.
And like I said, don't look like anybody took tires, so they're not having that advantage.
What a run. What a run from that 92. That's he's making a statement out here in his first race.
But also, I think he definitely does have the ability to save the fuel because remember, everybody else that pitted, they're now a lap down.
Yep.
He has
So
the
yes,
he can save as much as he wants to. They can get around him right now.
Yep, he has a full lap and almost a lap and a quarter on those guys.
Yep.
And it looks like they didn't take any tires, so
And the way they're
honestly,
catching him,
is,
I think he is saving already. The way that they're catching him.
I think he is too.
That's right.
It's going to be close. Yeah,
he's definitely
really
getting
flat.
out. Yep.
It's flat. Yep. He's saving. Oh man, he's getting a little tight off of the corner. But he's got such a big lead. All he has to do is just hit his marks, let the truck maybe get half throttle at max. He's got such a big lead. You know, he did this in our league versus league race. He outlasted everybody with fuel mileage.
Yep. So he knows what he's doing.
It was me and him going for the win, and I was like I think I was a lap and a half short. I couldn't save that much, and he ended up staying out a couple cautions or a couple sequences longer than everybody else, and he ultimately won the race. I believe he was completely coasting across the line for that win. So he definitely knows how to save fuel.
Now, if you're Pendle, do you maybe let that 75 around you try to use some of his draft to pull you along and save more fuel?
I don't know. I don't know if I would be comfortable with the car in front of me, just because I wouldn't want that person to make a mistake and collect me. But I think he's just going to let him go by here.
Honestly, I think he's saving tires as well. Running that high line, not turning as much, backing off. I think he's saving fuel and tires.
Yep. See, now they're going to barely get their lap back here, so.
Oh.
What happened there?
I think
don't
he was
know.
trying to
Just
stay
backed out
high,
of
and it just didn't turn for him.
Yeah, I know sometimes you back out of it to shoot you to the right.
Yep.
I think he's going to come in here, guys.
Nah, he's gonna go for it.
No.
He ain't got
Like I
nothing to
said,
lose.
Yeah, he's got nothing to lose, so why not?
He just saving that much fuel. I know what he's doing. He done the same thing I done at Darlington.
He's got plenty of time on him, too. He probably has about a 25, 26-second lead.
Yeah, he's got 3/4 of a track.
Oh, man, this is going to... We talked about it in both races that they were going to come down to fuel strategy. Who's going to save the most fuel? How many laps are there left? Man.
I really hope that's something Heat 4 changes. Have a lap count and everything. A lap count and a leaderboard.
Yes, in spectator mode, we definitely need to see the leaderboard and the lap count. I totally agree. And maybe some of those camera angles that we see in the Pro League.
Yes.
On the quarter panel and stuff, that would be awesome if we get that.
He is saving a lot.
Yes.
He's saving a lot of fuel. I wonder, there can't be that many laps left.
He's coasting through the whole corner.
Alright, he's in turn 1 right now. Turn 2.
On the back stretch.
Oh, let me know when he hits turn 3.
He's in turn 3 now.
Alright, well, Titans and Trey's crossing the start-finish line now.
Oh, he's got
Oh,
plenty
so
of
he's
time
got-
to save.
Old guys on pit road.
Oh, man, how many laps are left? Is there only a few laps left? Is he going to make it?
As you see, Grim and Diver.
You know, for him to want to save, he must have thought, or must have knew that he was probably going to be able to make it.
He's letting everybody go. So yeah, he's saving.
It looks like Diver's saving too.
You might be right. I haven't seen him pit yet.
Or maybe he's just giving him some room here, fellow Ford driver. I don't know. He might be saving also, guys. I think the 52 truck is also saving. Oh my goodness, you guys! I am on the edge of my seat. How many laps are left?
I know it.
This is nuts.
Yeah, he's saving too. Because he's not walking off from him too good.
They're both saving. Oh man.
But seeing how if neither one of them pitted, and Diver just passed him, would that put Diver in the lead?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Gosh, how many laps are left? This has to be the final lap.
As much as he's getting out now.
It ain't the final lap because he'd be on it.
He's got a point. And he's coming into turn 4 now. As Titans and Trey is coming out of turn 2.
He's fitting.
No, he's out.
He's out of fuel. He's
is this the last lap?
Oh, is he going to make it? Oh, he won!
He did!
He won! Oh my goodness!
He barely did it!
He did it!
Wow!
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Holy smokes!
I've never seen anything like that. Wow.
What is it with Kentucky in these fuel mileage races? You seen it with Creed.
With Kendall and saving fuel.
Well, you seen it with Creed too.
That's true. Yeah, Creed did the same thing. Wow. Oh man, I can't wait to get him in the booth. Holy cow.
It.
In his first race. Holy cow. He better be on Team Ford.
No kidding.
We're taking him, man.
Hey, didn't Smitty take Titans?
Yep, Smitty took
okay,
Titans and then Pro.
I'm declaring it live in front of everybody. Team Ford's taking Pendle.
Yeah, Pendle is a Ford driver. Welcome to Team Ford Pendle. What an awesome job, man.
Wow.
Holy cow. Wow. Dude, I'm speechless.
No kidding.
Oh my goodness.
My hands are jittery right now.
Me too, man. I don't even got fingernails
And look
left.
at the lap time.
Wow. Good job, Pendle. It says no pit Pendle.
No pit. Well, he definitely lived up to it.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
Yes, it
awesome
was.
Job. And another win for Ford. Heck yeah.
About time.
All right. Well, seeing how our winner from the first race had to leave.
Let's get them both in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's get Pendle in here, and then we'll talk to Titans and Trey.
All right, I'm the party owner, so.
Running out in turn 4, man. Oh my goodness.
I just got him an invite.
Oh my goodness. I've never seen anything like that, gentlemen. That was nuts.
That was good.
That was great.
I want to know how many laps he saved.
That's what I'm curious to ask too. My goodness.
No
Pendle.
Pit Pendle.
What is up, man?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Oh man.
Quick,
We're doing
is your
great. How are
voice set
you?
on always allow?
Yes, it should be. Let me double check here. Yeah, it is because I ain't changed it since the last time I run in the league that did
All right.
interviews, so we should be good.
Your first race in Giggity, man, and you just barely save enough fuel to creep across that line to get the win, man. What were you thinking?
I don't know, man. The last 5 or 6 laps, I was throwing it into neutral going into each corner, and just when I got halfway through the turn 3, turn 4, and turn 1, 2, just middle ways through the turns, I threw it back in gear. Trying to do it on a controller is even worse, you know. It's even harder.
Yes.
But,
Oh, it's tough because the truck wants to step out.
Yes, exactly. So I can't push the clutch in to do it. I just had to literally throw it in neutral with my, finger. But that was crazy. I seen him pit early, and I'm like, man, should I go ahead and pit or should I stay out? Because by the time I go back around and get him, by the time I go back around again, and there'll be laps. I knew I'd figure I'd have a little overlap on him. Like, well, I'll see if I can save some fuel. And about 2 to go, I was on 1 lap, and I was saving hardcore, man, and I was just dropping down as slow as I could go without losing too much time, and it just worked out perfect, man. I freaking run out turn 4, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm not
We
gonna
saw
make it.
that, man. That was awesome. So Pendle, this is Noco Racing, and I'm gonna tell you right now, man, I'm like your biggest new fan here, and
Appreciate it.
walk us through when you made that mistake there in stage 2 when you hit the grass. What were your thoughts when you made that mistake?
I was a little frustrated at myself because I usually try not to get that low on the apron. I was trying to stay in his draft, but the draft was pulling me, and my car, when I transitioned to the apron, it was getting really loose. So I wrecked, and then I'm like, son of a bitch, I cussed at myself, and I'm like, man, let's get it together. We still got another stage to go, and I was able to get 5th in that last stage and got a set of tires on her and went after it.
Man, I'll tell you what, you drove a heck of a race, man. I definitely got to give you props. When you started saving fuel, I thought to myself, I was like, man, maybe he's just going to save enough and then do like a splash and go. You ended up saving enough fuel to finish the race.
I was 4 laps short, too, so I saved 4 laps of fuel, too.
I told you.
Wow. And the little man, he called it. Little man's in here with us. He's part of Team Chevy. And he called it. Little man saved 5 laps at Darlington. And Little man said, Pendle's going to save enough fuel to win this race.
I appreciate that, bud. That's my intentions. If I'm either going to, like, here, I'm here. I'm not making racing for points. So I was trying to, stay out of everybody's way. But once I took that lead and I was saving fuel, I'm like, either going to run out. I'm not pitting. I'm either going to run out or I'm going to win at trying. So.
Well, I want to give you a formal greeting to Giggity.
Yes.
Welcome to Giggity, and welcome to Team Ford.
Yes, welcome to Team
Blue
Ford.
Oval, baby, Blue Oval. Blue Oval.
What was it
That's
like
right,
getting in there
man.
battling with all the playoff drivers, knowing that they're making a run for a championship, to come out there to contend like that and be able to get a win, and to show everybody else, listen, I can do this with y'all. I can be a threat for next season.
Well, I was telling Kevin or Taddy before he entered. I said, man, if you let me race, I'll be respectful for the rest of the guys that are racing. I'll stay out of their way if they're faster than me, and but I still want to go in there and win. I mean, every race, any racer on this game, or even in real life, they want to go out and win a race. So,
Absolutely.
So, and this is pretty much my home track. So I look forward to.
No, man,
if I don't win here, if I don't win here, I'm not happy. So.
No, man, you were deserving tonight. You
Oh,
drove
yes.
a heck of a race. He's a heck of a driver. You guys went toe-to-toe, and ultimately, man, it came down to fuel mileage. We talked about it in the pre-race. We did a couple of laps. You'll watch the broadcast over. I ran a couple laps for the viewers to see the different lines in the track, and we talked about it. Fuel mileage can play a big factor in this race, and it certainly did.
Yes, it did. And give props to 25. I know that he was, he's an obviously playoff driver, and he was up there leading. He won. I think he swept the stages.
Yes, he
and
did.
Then, yes, and I was trying to be respectful to him, but I also noticed his car on older tires, or his truck. He was pushing. It was pushing.
Yes,
And
it was.
I talked about that, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, it was pushing. I was running the bottom. Like, my entry to the bottom I was on the bottom 99% of the race.
Yes, it was so much smoother.
Yes, and I was able to carry so much momentum off the corners, and even when the guys that were trying to stay on the bottom, they had to keep lifting, in order to stay on the bottom. And I was able to get so much momentum on the outside that sometimes I had to lift for them, so they didn't put me in the wall, or I didn't hit the rear end of the truck and spin them out or whatnot. But I was just trying to be respectful of the 25 and trying to let, maybe he'd make a mistake or two and then I could win. But if not, I was content with finishing second behind him. So.
No, man, you drove a heck of a race. You definitely gained another fan in myself.
Yes.
I know you gained another fan with Boom.
Yes.
Yeah. Boom's watched me race before, so he knows.
Being Ford captain, yes, you definitely gained a fan.
That's all I run, buddy. That blue oval's in my house. That's all I drive. The blue oval's all it is for me.
All right.
That's all I drive too, brother. Heck yeah.
Well, congratulations, man. I look forward to seeing you race with us some more.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Can I run next week or the rest of the season? Or?
I'm pretty sure Teddy will have no problem with that.
You'll be back next week, man.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, you'll be able to finish off the season with these guys because they're allowing we're allowing the developmental guys to run with the truck drivers. So yeah, you'll definitely be able to run the rest of the season out, and we look forward to seeing what you can do in the closing races.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me run. I'll be honest with you. I was telling Taddy earlier. One of the tonight's, obviously, y'all know that I'm one of the admins of Sunoco Racing League.
Yep. We brought
Fridays
that up.
And Saturday. Yes, Fridays and Sundays is our main lake races, but I got other races I run. Monday is the only race that I do not race. So
well, you do now.
I figured. Well, I was sitting here playing, just running with some online lobby guys, and I'm like, man, this is boring as fuck. So I texted Taddy and said, hey, you run any leagues on Monday nights? And he said, yeah, I run a truck league. And I said, well, can I race? He's like, well, they're in their playoffs, so you might not have to wait till next week. And he told me I'll run one race and then take a break and then run another one. I said, well, can I run the second one? And he said, yeah. So, like I said, I appreciate y'all letting me run. I enjoyed it. I had a hell of a good time.
All right.
Well, we look forward to seeing you, man, in the coming weeks.
Absolutely.
Have a good one.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
All right, let's get our two playoff drivers in here, Titans and Trey.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna send Titans and Trey an invite right now. All right, I sent them an invite. We'll get them in here, and we'll get their perspective on the races and what they look forward to. Man, what a heck of a couple of races tonight, guys. I'll tell you what. Trey, what's up, man? How are you? Before we ask any questions, Trey, we invited Titans in here too. Do you have your party settings set to always allow?
Yeah.
All right, man. So, pretty good points night for you in both races. Walk us through a brief summary of how both races went for you.
I can't, to be honest, I don't even know. I'm kind of mentally worn out because I've been, like saying Titans, Napa, Pitts, like saying they was really fast. And I kept seeing Titan, even though Titan didn't win the race, he got a lot of stage points, and that kind of
he did.
Still puts me in a bigger hole now, like saying right now until we get to Homestead, but still.
He did, man, but I'll tell you what, man, you drove a heck of a race. In both races, man, we saw you coming at Dover. We knew that Napa had taken 2 tires, and it looked like you had taken 4, and you cut the gap severely on him. And at the end of that race, I was telling the guys in the booth here, I bet Trey was looking for 5 more laps, and I bet he would have been able to pass him.
I don't even think that. My car was way too tight. I don't know what happened. I think I might have made a bad adjustment. I was like saying both races, I couldn't find my right handling. Like the car was fast enough to be third, but to be in a winning position, I couldn't even say that. It was for some reason I just missed the setup for this weekend or this week, and hopefully I can bounce back next week. Atlanta and Gateway. I'm looking for redemption in Atlanta. I'm saying that. I'm saying that a lot. I'm just saying that a lot. I'm just looking for redemption right now. And
You had a good points night, though, in both races. Ultimately, you're still in the hunt. You're still clawing at that championship, getting to Homestead. You're still in the mix. You're definitely a player and a force to be reckoned with going towards Miami and the championship. So, I mean, all in all, it wasn't quite the finishes you wanted, but I think you still put on a heck of a show.
Oh, absolutely.
You showed us that you were definitely deserving to be up there.
like saying, I don't like saying that's the thing. I'm up there, but I'm just stuck in that spot. I'm stuck in that middle, second, third. I just can't think. I don't know. I say it's going like saying Dover. I was hoping. 'Cause I saw Titan and Napa make a mistake. I thought that was my opening to pull away. Then
we did too.
Napa got. Yeah, then Napa.
We thought the same thing.
Yeah, Napa gets back up from it, takes two, and was able to hold me out. Then Kentucky, I thought I was on the right end of the strategy. Titans pitted early, then his car started to plow during the rest of the run. I was making ground little by little, waiting for him to make that one mistake. That like saying he just pushes way too up. I can get around him, but Pitt saves enough fuel to get to the end. Then I just screw up going to 1 and 2, and it plows straight through the wall. And I get third. Like, I think the pressure's finally starting to get to me. I've been trying to keep it cool for the rest of the season, but I think this pressure's starting to get to me.
Oh, man, it ain't nothing that you can't handle, man. We've seen you up there running with the big dogs, holding them off. We know you can do this, too.
Yeah, man. I definitely look forward to seeing your progression throughout these playoffs for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, it was good talking with you, man. You definitely showed them that you're deserving. You had a good points night. I feel like you're still within striking distance. And that win's coming, man. These races, the way they're playing out with strategy, it's only a matter of time before it's going to go your way.
Oh, absolutely.
I swear, if I win Daytona again, that might boost my momentum back up. I don't know what it is with Daytona. I say it's funny. We're going back to Daytona when I got the early season win.
Well, also, I know for a fact you have a pretty good truck at Gateway.
Like saying, I don't know. I don't know.
I do know.
Like saying,
Trey, I know how you feel. I'm chasing Marcus in Xfinity. I mean, I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah, he's a little bit worse condition than you are, so.
Yeah, just put it behind you. Say, see you at Homestead.
Because you know you're going to be there.
I'm doing that, but like I said, I need that like saying Titans, he's taking all the trophies. Like I need that one win to boost my morale back up, to give me that faith that I can still get this championship.
Oh well, we know you can.
Like we talked about last week, though. Like we talked about last Monday, and you said it yourself. It's going to be a fight. This is going to be a claw tooth and nail to get to Miami, and it's going to be all bets are off when you get there.
Yeah, like saying, man, I'm gonna try my hardest. Like saying right now, I've been that nice guy. I'm thinking I've been that nice, consistent guy. I think I don't want to say it, but I think it's time for me to get aggressive. I don't want to, but I think it is time. I think it's the only way I can feel good about myself. Because like I say, right now, for being this serious, I'm having second thoughts like, what if I did this? What if I did that? And that's what's been eating me up right now.
Oh, you can't think about that, man.
I understand that completely. I know what it's like to second guess yourself on the track, trying to redo things in your head after the race that maybe you should have done differently. I mean, it happens to all of us, man. But honestly, you drove a heck of a race tonight in both races. You were very consistent. You didn't make very many mistakes at all. I mean, if really much of any, you kept your nose clean. I mean, that's all you can ask for. You're still in the hunt, and you're still within striking distance of that ultimate goal, which is the championship for the Giggity Racing League Truck Series.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get there, man. I really am.
We definitely look forward to seeing your progress throughout the rest of these playoffs, man. Keep your head up. You're doing a great job, Trey.
All right. Y'all have a good night, then.
You too, man. Take it easy.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, Titans went ahead and declined the interview. I think he might have had something else going on. So we can go ahead and wrap it up here. And honestly, my biggest takeaway from tonight, guys, Strategy. I feel like the final races here going to Miami, the way we're running no cautions, this might end up turning into a strategy-filled playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. Like you said, we've got Atlanta and Gateway next week. Atlanta, the way it is, you can actually sometimes you can make a 2-tire stop on the last little bit, just to get enough fuel and take 2 tires and
Right.
try to haul your truck down the track. That's how I got my first win in the truck series at Atlanta. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see next week. And Gateway's Gateway. It's a giant, oversized half brood between Martinsville and New Hampshire.
That's an understatement. Well, I definitely appreciate all the viewers tonight, all the comments in the chat.
Oh, yes.
If anybody wants to be a part of the Giggity Racing League, you guys can get a hold of KTaddy6369 on PSN, Boomhauer01, or Noko_RCN_48. We definitely are looking for more drivers. We have many different skill levels, so just go ahead and get a hold of us there. Other than that, heck of a night, guys. I appreciate being in the booth with you guys. You guys were awesome. I feel like it was just an amazing couple of races.
It was. The last 2 weeks.
I'm excited. I'm ready for next Monday.
Yes. Well, but before we get into that, our next broadcast, you and me will not be in the booth because we will be racing.
Y'all racing tomorrow?
Not tomorrow.
We're going to strap the helmets. We're going to get in the car. We're going to be at Dover on Wednesday.
Yes, for our second round of Custom Cup 2019 playoffs, as he said, at Dover. What do you think we're going to see going into that one?
The way tonight's races went, if we go caution free, I'm expecting some strategy.
Oh, yes. And as for Thursday, with Little Man in here, go ahead and throw props toward them. They got their races coming up. Where are y'all running, Little Man? The Roval and...
Roval and...
Isn't it Kansas?
Is it Kansas?
Kansas, yes.
I think it's Kansas.
Yep, the Roval and Kansas. What do you look to see going into that, Little Man? How do you think that's going to turn out? You think Marcus is going to try to pull away with... Because the way he's been on the road courses this year, I have to say he's been phenomenal. You think you, Maddie, Larson, you think one of y'all can get in there and break that streak up for him?
Well, I hate to say it, but I hope so. But I don't know if it's going to be me. I mean, I might get me a top 5, top 3 on a lucky night.
Oh, no. See, you're supposed to be telling your viewers, your followers, your personal fans, yeah, I'm going there and win that thing.
Kansas, he's going to know I'm there, just like at Indy last week.
All right.
I just got that bad luck.
Well, we'll definitely be watching.
We're definitely going to be watching, Little Man. It's going to be interesting.
Well, I'm going to run tomorrow.
I mean, for everybody at the Giggity Racing League and our producer, Boomhauer, for the stream, I'm saying good night from Dover and Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all have fun and join us tomorrow night and Wednesday night and Thursday night and for the rest of the daggone playoffs. Just keep joining. If you hadn't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do it now. This is Boomhauer01, Little Man, and Noko signing off. Good night, America.